when you say to yourself, I have to get around these, I have to get away from my friends, I have to get around new people, I have to do that. The key thing that requires this to take place is change. And when I hear people say, I'm gonna stop hanging around my friends because they're not beneficial to me, what I realize is you actually have to start changing. And when you change, your friends are not gonna wanna be around you. They're gonna look and go, oh, you changing, man. You wanna do this podcast and do that stuff? Yo, all right, cool. So now when they wanna hang out, guess who they not calling no more? Now they not calling you because they know not he over there doing that. Like, you know, when I try to tap back in with my friends and be, yo, I ain't call you because I figured you was looking at some properties or something. Sarcastically, you feel me? And people, I want y'all to think about this. You'll hear people say that. Oh, I ain't hit you because I thought maybe you found another good book to read. Oh, I ain't hit you because I thought maybe you was over here. I thought you was See, now automatically they're finding that divide where they're looking at you like, okay, you might think you're better than me all of a sudden because you want to gain more knowledge, gain more information. And now once you start doing that, you automatically going to find a group of people doing that thing you want to do because you're seeking. You're seeking. And now you're going to meet someone either through an email or either going to this event. So it's not going to be hard and it's not going to be lonely because you're going to realize they did you a favor. The transition is going to be seamless.
Mm-hmm. You know, I love that. This is such an important conversation. Here's where I want to go next.
Yes.
For the person that's on that journey and they're dead serious about it and they want to build, maybe they're working their 9 to 5 right now, but they've had that vision that, you know, I want to build wealth in my life. Like I want that purpose to what I'm doing right now. I don't just want to be in this endless cycle where I'm paying rent at the end of the month and I have a little bit left over and I spend that, I don't know, on a new jacket or a vacation. Like I want something long-term for myself, something that I can give to my kids, to the next generation. And I want to start, and they see real estate as potentially the way that they could do it. The same way that, you know, in 5 years, you'd amassed a portfolio of over $3 million. Like they want that result. And I want to start right in the beginning, because I think sometimes, you know, even when you hear people are living paycheck to paycheck or they have like a small amount of savings, it's daunting to hear like, oh, he made 3 million in 5. Like that seems like such a far reality when you're in that spot where you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And so I want to start right in the beginning of someone who has the serious intention of doing it and they want to start to build momentum. Can you start with what would you say is step one? Like, I just want to start going in the right direction.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have a real talk with y'all, like really, and I don't want you to feel any kind of way. One thing I make a promise to myself when I get on any mic and any platform is just tell people the truth about really, and the truth hurts. But I think we've been coddled long enough and it's gonna sting. But believe you me, with a scar, there's a scab and the scab's gonna heal. And you're gonna learn how to do better. We all gonna learn. Right now, if you have a job and you say, okay, I wanna do what he did, you're not gonna be able to do what I did. Gotta remember, I bought property for $300,000 in the area that they were 300 and now they're worth almost 2 million. I bought real estate in Alabama, Milwaukee, Detroit, Ohio, Georgia, Florida. Like I bought real estate all over. I bought over 50 pieces of real estate. Most of them I've never seen before. You got to think of what the prices were like when I was buying them. Now, all of these places, prices have changed. I bought 15 properties in Birmingham, Alabama, ranging for $40,000. In the same area, I'm selling most of these properties now for well over $120,000, $130,000. So now the average person who has a job, this is what you do. You're going to take your money, you're going to get into real estate, because the main goal in getting into this real estate is to make sure you protect the roof over your head. Are you going to be able to buy a piece of real estate by yourself? It depends on if you're ready to sacrifice. You have to be able to say, you know what? I'm paying $2,000 rent now. How can I cut that $2,000 rent down to $1,000? Okay, maybe that means You getting a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom that's now, instead of $2,000, it's $2,000 coming out your pocket. Maybe it's a $3,000 with 2 bedrooms, and now you have a roommate, and now you're splitting that. Now you're going to say, you know what? Do I really need a car? Do I need this car? Should I be paying $1,500 car note? Maybe it's a $700 car note. Then you're going to say consciously, I have a tax return coming in. Let's just do simple numbers. Simple numbers I'm going to give you guys. If you're paying $2,000 a month in rent and you have a 2-bedroom and now you rent out one of the bedrooms, you have a roommate, you're saving $1,000. $1,000 end of the year, that's $12,000. Let's say now you have a car. You're paying on this car $7,000 a year to drive this car. Would you be spending $7,000 in Ubers for the year? If you would only be spending $3,000 in Ubers, you're now keeping $4,000. And the reason why that's so important, because I'm that person. I had a Range Rover. I was paying $1,500 a month, which is about $18,000 a year. I only drove that car for 3 years, 8,000 miles, a waste of money. So what do I do now? I don't need a car. Would I be spending $18,000 in Ubers a year? No. So now I'd rather take Ubers. So now once you start looking at that and your tax return, you're going to partner with someone or take your down payment to say, I can live further out. Let me get me a house. Let me put a down payment down. If you're paying $2,000 a month, that's $28,000. That's a down payment. Look into the programs, look into the opportunities. But what I don't want you to do is get lazy and to give up, because we become such a microwave generation. People want instant gratification on what to do. Instant, oh, I can't get it. I got to do work. I don't want to do it. But what you're going to do is take the cash flow that you're making, that you're saving up. Don't just think about real estate. It's not like my era. What I want you to do is start investing in technology. I'm sitting here talking about AI. I'm sitting here telling you how about jobs are going to be gone. Start investing in those companies. If you would literally just have kept your first 2 or 3 iPhones and not bought those other 9 or 10 iPhones that came out and just invested that money in the S&P, you will have several $1 million easily. We always want to get the new thing. Invest in tech. Me personally, Apple, Google, look at Tesla, look at all of these things they're doing, because technology is undefeated. Real estate is not the cornerstone of building wealth anymore.